not right now, but
Yeah, but that's her goal.
yeah. Some people, I have a couple of people in the mentorship program who that is not, like, the mentorship is really for lots of things. Like I have someone who is going through a messy divorce, so I'm just supporting them through that and helping them to read the energy and tell them what's coming their way so they can expect it. You can't always change it, but sometimes it's nice to know to expect it. And then there's a couple of people using it to further their mediumship business, like so they get one-on-one coaching. There's a couple of people who are just like transitioning to a different phase in their life, and so they want help doing that. Hello, hello. Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing on this? What is today? Tuesday. I should know because Tuesdays are my crazy day. So I have to, thank you. I have to wake up on Tuesdays like on it. Tuesdays are a day for me. Good morning, Brittany. Good morning, Decardo, let's see. Decardo, let's see. Oh, I was going to ask you to go live. You had some questions. I was going to ask you to go live, but apparently it's not letting me. So, yeah. Make yourself not private, and I'll have you just go live and ask me your questions. Did someone say it was 11:11? Love it. 11:11. Yes. Thank you, Larissa. Thank you. Y'all get to see me first thing in the morning now. So if I were to go live this evening, you would not be saying I look beautiful. You'd be saying, Lord have mercy, go put some lipstick on or something. Good morning, Kimball K. How's everyone doing? All right, Miss Brittany. Let's see who was the first one to comment. I usually read cards for the first person that comments on here. Let me see who it was. It was Paige. Paigey Herm 16. Let's see what kind of card we're going to get for you. Actually, I pulled this one, but I was being told as I was shuffling to get my other deck. I got Grace for you, Paige, which is all about wisdom. Grace is about, in this instance, you tap cards intuitively. It's about offering yourself grace. You offer plenty of people around you grace, but you do not offer yourself very much grace. So this card is really about you offering yourself grace, and I'm hearing mercy, like you're very critical of your own actions, but that's okay. We all are. All right. But I was being told to pull from this deck for you, so I pulled it out. Let's see what we got here. Oh, wow. Lots of wand energy for you. The element of the wands is fire. So when you think about the wands and equals fire, it's ambition and motivation and action. That's what the wands are about. Okay, very good. So I got Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is about... you have the motivation. You are motivated to start something different. You are motivated to take action. And then the next card I got was the King. You are a leader. So you are being motivated right now, Paige, to take action in a leadership role. And the next card I got was a King of Pentacles. You have two kings, leadership. And the leadership in Pentacles is about a leadership in a job opportunity. So now, Paige, have you had the opportunity to take on more responsibility at work, or have you had the opportunity? Are you coming up for a promotion? Because that's what the cards were reading. Oh, all right. I was about to pull some cards. Next on my list here was Sissy. She said good morning next. So I'm pulling from this deck for her also. Oh, this deck it's a classic. I say it's a classic tarot deck, but it's Angel Tarot, but it has the same readings on it, like wands and major arcana and all of that. It just has different pictures on them. All right, Miss Sissy, let's see what we got for you. Let's see what this third card is. All right, very good. First card we got was the Justice card. The Justice card is about just what it says, justice being served. So if you feel like you've been unjustly accused of something, if you feel like justice hasn't come your way, this is telling me that justice will be served. I'm also hearing, though, because all cards are not just about the suit, it's about reading them intuitively, that the words that Spirit actually dropped in, which I had to double tap because the words being used weren't words that usually come from like angels or guides. The angels that were being used around you, Sissy, are coming from the more of the spirit realm. Because as I'm seeing justice, I was like, oh, is justice being served? They said justice will be served, but Sissy needs to own her. And this is the word that Spirit was saying, that I knew it was not from coming from angels or guardians. It was coming from a past relative. You have to own your shit. A lot of times we forget that to get justice, we have to own our part in what happened, right? So the next card I got was another Wands card. Remember, the element of Wands is fire. It's about action and motivation. And the 9 is all about the learning your lessons from it. You see that he is moving in a direction, but he's leaving behind a bunch of wands, and he's taking one with him. So this is about owning your part in the situation, and justice will be served. You're going to take the knowledge from the actions and what you've been through. You're going to take the knowledge with you. You're going to leave the bitterness. You're going to leave that trauma behind you. You're just taking the knowledge. And then the next card is about it's a Knight card. It's the Knight of Swords. The sword is about air, mind, thought, and the Knight is about going in a new direction. This is actually a beautiful reading. So you have justice, but you have to own your part in it. You are owning your part in it, and you're taking the knowledge with you and leaving behind the trauma. You're moving forward with the knowledge, and you're moving forward with the forgiveness of it, and you're starting a new path. This is the Knight. Knights are about starting in a great direction. Swords is about the mind and thoughts. So you've really starting a new belief system. Thank y'all for the heart. This is a really good reading for you, Sissy. You're making some great progress, I'm hearing, and really starting in a new journey. Thank y'all for the hearts. Thank y'all for sharing and liking my live. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Everyone is just being so nice. Good morning, Devin. All right, Devin is next. Let's see. We're gonna do a couple more cards, and then I'll get to past relatives. I know that's why everyone, when people see me, they're like, the dad, read the dad. I know. There is a gentleman here. There is a gentleman here who is showing me. I'll finish this reading and then finish reading him completely. But he is used to ride motorcycles without a helmet. Looks like a Harley he rode. Always was wearing jeans, so he'd be wearing a tank top with it. And liked to hang out at the bar with his friends. I will get more information from him in a second after this reading. This reading is for Devin. All right, I started off here, Devin, with the 9 of Swords. Swords is about thoughts, beliefs. You're starting a new thought process. You can tell that you're processing a lot. You're kind of live in your head a lot. And this is a sign for someone who's like, you see that they have angels come in to do battle with the thoughts in their head. So you have been battling some thoughts in your head. But the next card I got was so positive. It's the Magician card. The Magician card is phenomenal. It's about the magic you have living inside of you. You have all the knowledge you have. You have a lot of power to overcome any negative thoughts you have in your head. And the next card I got was the 10 of Wands. Wands is, again, that fire, motivation, taking action, moving forward. But you can see the 10 of Wands is they're taking all of the wands with them. They're taking everything with them on this path. The 10 is about abundance. So yes, you have been battling some negative thoughts in your head. You have called in protection. You've called in help. Your call has been answered. It's been answered by you, honey. This Magician card is about, thank y'all. This Magician card is about your power. You have answered your own call. You have been doing battle on your behalf. and it is working. You are in abundance. The wand is about thought. It's about motivation. It's about energy. You have really, and 10 is about abundance. You have fought this battle well. You are on the path to recovery. So give yourself a pat on the back for that. All right, let me finish reading this gentleman who stepped up. This is a spirit-led reading. If he is yours, please grab him. I'm hearing, he is showing me that he was a gentleman who was on the thin side for most of his life. He drove, I'm not sure if it's a Harley, but it's not I call them a crotch rocket. Someone told me what they were called the other day on my live. I can't remember. But it's just a regular Harley-looking motorcycle. He didn't like to wear helmets. He was showing me always wearing jeans. Sometimes he'd wear a tank top or a t-shirt. So, because I thought maybe the jeans were for protection. No, he just didn't wear shorts. He wasn't a shorts guy. Now, he is saying he had very definitive views on what men should wear. And shorts wasn't part of it. Besides, he had skinny legs, he is saying. Also, there was hold on, let's see. All right, I am going to, I know I'm putting this guy on hold again. He's not very happy about it. He's kind of rolled his eyes at me. But I see Decardo now can go live. So I'm going to have Decardo answer their questions to see what they have going on this morning. Good morning, Decardo.
Good morning. How are you, La?
Good. Where are you located?
Oh, Namibia.
Where?
Namibia.
Oh, Namibia.
Yes.
I'm having a hard time even pronouncing it. Okay, so it sounds beautiful because I hear lots of birds and things in the background there, so it must be phenomenal there. So now what
Yes.
kind of questions did you have for us this morning?
No, I just had a question that I wanted to ask,
Okay.
about myself and the person that I've asked you previously, but then you didn't really have like an answer on it, or you ended the live.
Oh, okay, very good. So ask me your question.
Yes. There's I'm in communication with this guy called Clayton at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then he needed help or some type of help, and then I offered him the help, but he hasn't gotten back to me. So I would just like to know, is he going to get back on the help that I offered, or is he not getting back at the moment due to circumstances,
Okay, very
due
good. So
to
you
his
want to know about someone
situation?
named Clayton. You were in communication with him and you offered him help. So let's break these down. Is Clayton going to be back in touch with you again? I'm getting that he is not. I'm getting that Clayton is not who he said he was. Sarah's also answering. What are you getting, Dee? Are you getting that he's going to be in touch with him?
No.
I'm getting the same thing. Like everyone has gotten the same thing, Decardo, that he's not going to be in touch with you. But also, I'm just getting more information about you, honey, that you're very trusting and you're very loving, which is a beautiful quality to have. But sometimes in the world that we live in, we really have to protect ourselves. You are someone who felt like you haven't been loved a lot in your life. So you overcompensate by giving love and throwing love at people, which in itself is a beautiful quality, but you have to be careful about who you give that love to and give yourself to. Because you just love everyone, which I know it's hard for me to say that you need to be careful with that, because I love it when people love everyone. But you do need to be a little bit more discerning when you are dealing with people. Does that resonate with you?
Yes, and I appreciate it. So you feel like I should just leave it where we left last?
Yes, leave it alone. He is not who he says he is. I don't feel him getting back to you. And if he does get back to you, it's not going to be good for you. I see you. Now I ask whenever you have people ask me a question and I answer it, but then I follow the energy of, okay, what do I see next for Decardo? I see you start sitting within, start dropping from your head down to your gut, because I'm hearing that you felt from the get-go that something was off with Clayton, that you weren't quite sure if he was who he said he was. Do you remember having those feelings?
Yes, I do.
Always trust those. You are incredibly intuitive. Trust those feelings, because I see you not wanting to believe it because you felt like it was something negative, and you're like, oh, you know what? I don't want to believe this negative thought about this person. So I'm pulling the energy from my chest area back into my head, where I'm going to analyze it. And if we get into analyzing the data, then we can come in with our preconceived biases and make the analytics match what we want it to be. But if you sit with the energy of it and read the energy, energy doesn't lie. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
All right. All right. Thank you so much for your time this morning, Ricardo.
Thank you very much. I really
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Have a good day.
Great. Thanks. Bye.
Bye. What a beautiful, beautiful soul that boy is. I know he's a grown man, but he's a boy. All right. Back to this gentleman who I was reading before I got interrupted. I'd forgotten about him. I was about to go on to another spirit, and he's like, hey, yeah. Okay, I gotcha. Okay, this gentleman is showing me, again, let's start over. If he is yours, please put a yes in the comments. He is showing me riding a motorcycle a lot. He didn't ride with a helmet. He always wore jeans and usually a tank top, but sometimes he would wear a t-shirt. There was a bar he frequented. He was a, thank y'all for the hearts. Thank you. Also, thank y'all so much for sharing and liking my live. I appreciate you. He is also showing me that there was a bar he frequented and everyone kind of knew his name there. He was not known to be an especially nice guy. Just saying. He had served in the military at some point in his life. He, of course, was not serving when he passed, because he passed later in life. He did pass, I would say, kind of young. He was in his 60s when he passed, he is showing me. He had also smoked, which I'm feeling towards the end of his life, some repercussions. Thank y'all for, I appreciate y'all. You're always being so good to me. All the hearts and liking my live and sharing my live. I appreciate y'all today. He had some repercussions from all the smoking he had done. He keeps making me want to clear my throat, and like he had this cough going on. He died from, it feels like, cancer. All right, does this gentleman fit anyone? If he is yours, please say yes. Thank y'all for the hearts. Thank y'all for sharing and liking my live. All right, I'm going to recap him one more time, and then we'll move on to someone else, because I don't see anyone claiming him. This gentleman rode motorcycles. He loved motorcycles. He is showing me it was more of a Harley type motorcycle. No helmet. He did not like helmets. He was thin. He had served in the military. He is showing me he has brothers in spirit with him, or at least a brother, but he has a brother in spirit with him. He is also showing me there was a bar that he used to frequent all the time. He smoked, and he had some definite health repercussions from that. He's making me want to clear my throat and have a hard time breathing. All right, does this gentleman sound like anyone? I don't see anyone claiming him. We will keep him.
Brittany says it might be her grandpa.
All right. Oh, let's see, what's Miss Brittany? I was going to ask you to go live. She doesn't have enough followers. Can you ask to join my live? Can you ask to do that? Can you ask Miss Brittany? Can you ask to join me live? I can't request you because you don't have enough followers. But can you request to be a guest? Do you have that option? Does anyone know? Look in the bottom left hand of your screen, Brittany. Do you have like a couple of people where you can press the plus sign? Oh, does she even need 200 to request to go live? I don't know what platform I was on the other day. Click the pink and blue people next to the chat box. Danny, does she have to have 200 people to do that? I thought you could request to go live with, I might be wrong. Brittany said, let me try. But Danny's not sure. Okay, maybe you do have to have 200 people even to request to go live with me. Okay, very good. That must be it, Miss Brittany. You need 200 people. Okay, so do you think this is your grandfather? Now, your grandfather shows me, Brittany, being a little bit not cut off completely from the family, but the family had distanced themselves from him a little bit just because his erratic behavior and him being a little bit mean. Now, towards the end of his life, when he got sick, he does show me people starting to come back and rallying around him. And I don't know if you remember him at the end of his life, Brittany. He is showing me not being the best patient in the world. He's also showing me, Brittany, that he lived his life. Looking back onto earth, he can see, yes, he should have made different decisions, but when he was living it, he is showing me that he had no regrets. He was just going to do what he wanted, and he didn't really have any regard for what people thought. Now, a lot that is good in one respect. It is good to stand in your truth, but he is showing me it was more of an arrogant thing. It was so to justify him being an ass to people. Now, a lot of people can't see that in their grandparents because, you know, grandparents are typically different people with their grandkids than they are with others. Okay, very good. So she is confirming that, just what I had just said. Yes, he was very rough around the edges, but we all came to be with him in his house when he passed. That's pretty much exactly what he was showing me. Thank you, Miss Brittany, for confirming that information. I very much appreciate it. You know, Brittany, he is talking about how proud he is that the generations below him have really tried to, a lot of times this is what we call generational trauma, and is just carried along through the generations, but he has showed the generations below him really trying to be different people and trying to be kind and walk in love. That's so cute. I don't know her name, but the person with the heart and the flowers said, I love your hair, Christy. Did you get it done? It looks different. I did. I got it cut and colored. No, you're not distracting me. Oh, it's very funny. I got it cut and colored last week. My daughter's bridal shower was on Sunday, and then we have a wedding in May. So, you know, you had to get the new do to be pretty for all the pictures. Okay. So, Miss Brittany, this gentleman is also telling me, you know, at first I thought he was talking about having a spa day, but it's something different. Maggie is her name. Maggie. Okay, very good. He is showing me, Brittany, like having hair done, nails, fingernails, facials, massages. Do you work in that industry, Brittany, or are you having that done? He is showing me so I'm following the energy strand of it, and he is showing me Brittany walking into a place and having that done. I was like, why? I am a nurse and do my hair and my nails all the time. So whenever I was showing that, I was following the energy strand, and he was showing me with Brittany walking into a massage place and kind of checking in, so which was my clue that she was not having it done. I mean, she wasn't doing it. She was having it done. You know, Brittany, your grandfather is telling me, and I know it's difficult, especially if you're a nurse, that means you work like crazy, but he is telling me to really start taking care of your body, like with massages. And he's making me want to do this, like you're holding tension in between your shoulder blades, and it's more tension, like stress tension. It's not from lifting weights or anything. I'm feeling this stress, like in between my shoulder blades. And he is showing me you having it rubbed out and released. She said she just had twins, so she could definitely use a spa day. No wonder I'm feeling this tension between your shoulder blades. We're holding twins around. Brittany, I'm sorry, you're not going to sleep for like 2 years now. But just know that we all have sympathy for you. I'm so sorry. I mean, congratulations on those beautiful babies, but we're sorry you're not going to sleep for a couple of years now. Also, he is showing me that he is the orbs. I'm not sure if you have the babies. Yes, she had to go on night shift, and she's so stressed over it. Okay, very good. I could feel some definitive stress hanging out in your body. So whenever I could feel the stress, this grandfather is showing me her going for a massage. He's saying don't forget yourself. And Brittany, I can't imagine having twins. I mean, I know how hard it is to have a job and be a mom of one baby at a time, but two babies. And I know, like he's showing me you juggling. I was like, why? He's showing me you juggling the work. And so you're going on night shift, I'm assuming. So you have to pay for less daycare because I cannot imagine. For one thing, it's scary as hell taking kids to daycare nowadays in general. Plus, it's crazy expensive. But he is showing me don't forget to take care of your health. Like, don't forget that. So as much as you can, make sure you're getting your rest. And he is showing me someone coming home. I'm assuming it's your husband, and you go into bed. Like it's daylight outside, but someone is coming to see you or help you or visit you, and you're going to bed. Take your naps when you can. He says, forget the housework. He is showing me a sink full of dishes. And he's like, don't worry about it. Your health and your rest is more important than those dirty dishes. I agree. If you can afford it, get someone to come in and help you clean. I think that's what we should start giving people, like at bridal showers. I mean, baby showers. Forget the baby gifts. Give them a cleaning service for a month or so, right? We should make that happen, people. So next time you go for a baby shower, forget the gift. Give a cleaning service. All right. Thank you, Miss Brittany, for letting me read your grandfather. I appreciate it. Oh, Brittany said that's exactly her life. Her husband does take over and she sleeps. Very good. All right. Oh, Nat Marie has twins. Oh, I cannot imagine having two babies at once. I mean, it's exhausting enough having one. And then I bet you're constantly like juggling, making sure you're giving the right amount of attention to each one. Oh my goodness, M Rose 76 has 2 sets of twins. That lady has never slept. Like, she probably hasn't slept in 15 years. Oh, very good. Brittany said it's a struggle, but she does see the orbs with the babies. Very good. So that is your grandfather. Very good. Tight sleep schedule and housekeeper. That's right. Oh, that's right, Nat Marie. Oh, she was saying, I don't know how you did it. She is saying a housekeeper. So if you can get some help in to clean your house, please do so. That is going to make a big difference. Oh my goodness, M. Rose said God gave her babies that slept through the night at 6 to 8 weeks old. That's unheard of. Please don't let anyone use that as a standard because that's very unusual. All right. Let me see who this next spirit stepping up is. All right, this next spirit I have. Okay, she's showing me that what do you call it when you have, there's something twins, but they're not actual twins. They're within a year of each other. What's it called, Dee, when you have twins that are within a year, like babies within a year? There's something twins. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I didn't know that was possible.
There you go. Stacy just said Irish twins. Everyone's answering my question. Okay. This lady is showing me that she had Irish twins. She feels like she has a grandmother energy. Because as we're talking, she's stepping up with 2 babies. I said, oh, you had twins. And she showed me one was bigger than the other. Like she had Irish twins. So these babies were very close together. She's showing me, how, she had a lot of babies, always had babies and, several in diapers. I'm seeing 5 or 6 kids. So somewhere in there, she had 5 or 6 kids. Oh, y'all said Irish. She's showing me that she was, I don't know if she was Irish, but she was definitely Catholic. Okay, we have a grandmother energy, had 5 or 6 kids, had several sets of Irish twins, always was having these babies one after the other. She is showing me that she was Catholic. She is also showing me having these babies, just like stair steps, all dressed up for a church, and she was also. So she was very much about presenting at church. Her boys were, I don't know, I'm not Catholic, so I don't know what they call it, but where they help with the service and they're holding the cross and walking and stuff. I'm not sure what they call that, but she's showing me her boys were that involved in service. So altar boys, very good. Thank you, Catholics, or maybe y'all just know. Okay, Nomi said this sounds familiar. Nomi, is this for you? If this spirit sounds like yours, please just put a yes in there. This grandmother energy is also showing me making the dollar stretch. She is showing me mending her kids' clothes so she could sew. But more so, she didn't really make their clothes. She more mended their clothes because these clothes had to go down. She's telling me that she could make clothes. She did have some girls, and when they were younger, she would make their dresses. So this lady was a pretty, sober, beautiful. My mom was Catholic. I'm an Irish twin. My sister is now pregnant, and my mom loved to sew. I think we're with Nomi here. I think we are with Nomi. All right, Miss Nomi, I'm about to ask you to go live. Hey, Nomi, am I pronouncing your name correctly?
It's Naomi. Hi.
Naomi. Okay. Naomi. I'm writing it phonetically so I don't mispronounce it. Where are you located, Naomi?
I'm in Virginia.
Virginia. All right. You know what I was about to say, this lady. So as you're reading information, like the spirit will give me something, and before I say it, they'll tell me if I'm wrong. So I was about to say, oh, she was from the South, and she stopped me. Now I call Virginia the South, but this lady is not considering Virginia the South.
No, I'm from Jersey. We moved to Virginia, so I'm not from the South. I'm actually from Jersey.
Okay, very good. That's why she was like, no.
Yeah.
Because it was New Jersey. All right, very good. She definitely has, I would say, Brooklyn energy to her, that take no prisoners type
Yeah.
attitude.
Her mom lived in New York like her whole life. Most of our family's in New York.
Okay, that's why I was getting, like, I was believing on New Jersey. You certainly knew where your mom was from, but you could tell I was feeling like this New York, Brooklyn energy about her. So that is just her reconfirming again that I have the right person. She's also mentioning that you have some of her jewelry.
Yeah, I do. I have honestly like a whole box of her jewelry. So
Okay,
yeah.
very good. Now you're an Irish twin with a brother.
We would have had a brother, but uh, I think she had a miscarriage before my first sister was born. But she talked about it a lot. That he would have been 26 now.
Yes. So now for everyone watching, she just confirmed that something that I didn't know. Like I'm hearing this brother. So she actually had a miscarriage, but she made that boy part of their family by constantly talking about him. And Naomi
Yeah.
just confirmed that. Naomi, she's talking, you work.
My sister works, but right now I don't have a job.
Have you started looking for a job?
No, she was always on me about that.
Guess
Like,
what? She's come back from the dead, Naomi, to still be on you about that.
right.
So now what for y'all are listening, what happened is this one was clearly taking me down the path of a job. And so when Naomi said no, I kind of put my head down. I don't know if y'all saw me. I put my head down to reconnect to the spirit. Like, did I get that wrong? And Naomi's like, no. She used to bug me about getting a job.
All the time.
Now she is saying, Naomi, that you are actually brilliant, and she doesn't like to see you wasting your brilliance.
Yeah, she talked about that a lot. Like, before she passed away, it was really sudden. It was very unexpected. I'm not gonna put too much details, but yeah, before the last message I had sent to her, I was asking her to help me look for a job. So, um,
Oh.
which is also a little weird, but sorry, I'm all over the place right now.
Very good. So the spirit is, it's not an accident. The first thing she came up, and honestly, for those of you listening, for Naomi, I had tried to get her to move past this job situation. I thought it was part of more her identification process, where she had identified, yes, she's still hounding you about getting a job, but she wouldn't let it go. So it's like, okay. Well, the reason she's not letting it go is because Naomi said the last thing she messaged her mom was about helping her get a job.
Yeah, and she was alive at the time. She just didn't reply to my message. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I feel like that's another thing. It was really weird, but the week before she passed, she had pointed at this bird and she was like, I'm going to send you this bird when I pass, like when I die. And I was like, no, don't send me any animals. Send me some money, like as a joke. And I found out the day that she passed away, I had like this random Cash App of $102. And I was like, this is weird. I didn't know where it came from at all. And I even called Cash App to figure it out. And it just said from California or something. So That was weird.
I absolutely love that. So now your mom is now here to help you get a more permanent.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah,
she's saying
definitely.
that did you not finish college?
No, that's on in December we applied for a college, and she was supposed to be my transportation and stuff, and then in February that's when she passed and stuff. So we couldn't really get that into the works. And also I was very hesitant. Like I didn't she would always push me to do all this stuff. Like if I hadn't if it wasn't for her, I probably wouldn't have like my health care together and all that stuff. Like we did all that literally the last day that I saw her, we got at least like 5 life-changing things done that are now literally in the works. So
Very good. She is talking about you going to school. That is to her what is more important. You're not going to be able
yeah.
to do, but what she is showing me, she's not showing me a 4-year university. She's showing us our local community college, which is where
Oh my
people get.
God.
Is that where
That's
you were
the college
going?
we applied for. Yeah,
Okay,
community
very good.
college.
She wants you to go back to that and to get something. Now, this is just part of your personality. She is saying that you don't typically have the attention span to see a goal through if it's a long term goal.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, even if it's, staying on this live to see if she's gonna come see me, like I'm like, you know what, let me just leave for a second and maybe she'll come like, and I always had a feeling that like I had like some type of mediumship or psychic, abilities. And then I saw this TikTok with a girl with red hair, and I said, Mom, send me a girl with red hair every time you want to let me know that I love you and I'm here for you. And I just got this tick to like go back to your lives. I was like, let me go back. And yeah, so I'm
Very
very.
good.
It's really hard for me to want to push through, and because if I can't see my like my future or like how stuff
Hmm,
is
hmm.
supposed to be, I won't go. I won't work through it. I won't try
Now, I will
to.
tell y'all, this isn't just for Naomi, this is everyone watching. I have an undergrad in child development, a master's in business and finance, and I taught college. And the reason I'm saying that is because I want people to understand that what I'm about to say, there is research done on it. If you want your children to be successful, teach them early on to delayed gratification. We live in a society right now that is about now, and is not serving our kids well. And your mom is saying that. Your
Yeah.
mom is actually taking some of the responsibility. I was arguing with her and didn't want to bring this message through
Hmm.
because I think by the time people become adults, they have to kind of take care of themselves. And your mom is like, no, that's on me. That she always took care of you. She always made things happen for you right away. So it didn't give you the ability to really see things through for delayed gratification. Your mom is actually owning that.
Yeah, that was a big like argument that we would always have is I felt like she would do everything for me and I didn't really have like I didn't even know where my birth certificate was or even what my social security number was.
Very good.
So
So
it was
now this
bad.
message that I did not really want to bring through, the spirit was like, no, you have to say it. Naomi is confirming that is exactly something that her mom and her had an issue with. So thank you for confirming that.
Yeah.
Now, setting that aside, your mom is now asking you to regroup and
Mhm.
do something that you can do in pieces. And what she is showing me, it doesn't have to be nurses, but she is showing me our local nursing program at our community college where you can become a CNA, a med aid, an LPN, and then an RN. So it
Yeah.
has this step to it. So you get gratified sooner and sooner and sooner. And she
My
is
mom was a CNA nurse, and she had
amazing.
like took me to her job and went to go make me get her a PCA license, and I did get it, but I didn't even go into work when they like gave me like my schedule and all this stuff. I kind of like panicked because I like having to take care of another human being, especially like that I'm not related to, is just a whole nother level of anxiety for me.
You can do it, honey.
Yeah, that was
All
definitely confirmation.
All right. Thank you, Miss
Thank
Naomi.
you.
And thank you so much for confirming so much. Your mom did a great job with her information. She did a
Yeah,
really good job.
thank you so much.
Thank you. And good luck on school. Go
Thank
back.
yes.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Naomi's mom did a really good job, I have to say. She did an excellent job. Thank you. Emro said, take Christy's class. She did, and it was amazing. Thank you, Emro. And for everyone watching, I do have a free event coming up Monday. It's Monday the 22nd at 4. It is free. You come and watch me do readings. You have to register on my website, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium, under event section. But what I do is I break down readings. I tell you how I'm getting the information. I think a lot of people think that mediumship is just a woo-woo thing. Anyone, really, I'm telling you, anyone can do it. And I show you how I get my information. I even show you what happens if I get on the wrong track and I lose the energy of where I am and have to go back to where it was correct. Yeah. So Monday the 22nd, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium under the events section, and come and hang out with us. Thank you, Miss Naomi. All right. Oh, that's your anniversary. Well, come spend your anniversary with us, Danny. I'm sure you would love to, right? It's at 4 p.m. Central Time. All right. The next person I have stepping up. I just heard a name, and so it's odd for a spirit to just give me straight up a name. It was like Claire or Clara. I'm not really sure. She is showing me, I'm hearing a grandmother energy. She is showing me always having herself together. It was very important for her to be matchy-matchy, I'm hearing. Like almost to the point where it was just too much. Like I have to be match, 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 match. She is showing me also back teasing her hair. She would have been known, and she had the same hairdo forever. I'm hearing that she always had the same hairdo. She's showing me a younger version of her with this hairdo that was back teased and just so with dark hair. And she shows me as she got older, same hairdo, it just started turning gray. She went to the same hairdresser, I'm hearing, forever. Always went to the same hairdresser. And she's also showing me wearing those, and for anyone who wears them, I'm very sorry for what I'm about to say, that you know those knit old lady pants, the knit ones? You don't wear those, do you, Dee?
Mm-mm.
If you did, we were gonna have to have a talk.
Oh.
Okay.
Cauliflower says, my grandma Kathy, my name is Claire.
Okay. Does this fit her? Miss Claire, does this fit your grandmother Kathy? All right.
Yes.
Let's see if she can go live. Oh, no, she can't. She has 2 followers. You must be new to TikTok, so welcome, welcome. And I'm so glad you found me here. So it looks like we are with Cauliflower Under the Rug. That's kind of funny. That's kind of cute. Okay. So she has confirmed. The spirit stepped up, instantly gave her the name Claire. It wasn't the spirit's name. It was Cauliflower's name. Her name is Claire, but everything else matched. So Claire, what she is showing me, what this grandmother energy is showing me is, I was in my head because I read your name. It's Cauliflower Under the Rug, and she shows me you peeking out from under the rug. So I thought I was in my head, but it's a representation for you are starting to come out of your shell. And you have done a lot of trauma processing, I'm hearing, in the last 2 years. If you haven't done therapy, as far as going to see a therapist, you've done a lot of therapy on yourself. She is showing me you've done some work. I am very proud of you. You've done the journaling, you've sat with your feelings, you have cut off, you put up boundaries with people that needed to have boundaries put up. So Claire, you have done the work, and your grandmother shows me that now you're like, okay, I'm ready to go out again. It's like you're feeling strong and confident and you're ready to face the world again. Again, I'm not sure what happened 2 years ago that caused all this to set off, but your grandmother is acknowledging that. And she says, I've been with you the whole time. I've been with you the whole time. She wants you to, also, she shows me you carrying school books. So are you thinking about going back to school and getting more education, doing something? She definitely shows me you going out to your car and you're carrying some books in your hand. You're carrying some school books. So whatever you're planning on doing in that avenue of school, yes, she says she's in school right now. Continue down that path. She is showing me that this path of school is going to be quite a long journey for you. And she's saying, don't give up. There will come a time where she's making me feel all deflated. There's going to come a time where you're feeling like you just can't go on anymore. Do not take your eye off the goal. Finish your schooling. And then that's because she shows me right now you're starting to really come out of your shell and new opportunities are opening up for you. And then again, after you finish school is going to be another uptick in opportunities where you're just feeling so confident and like you can take on the world. She is saying that she is the one who has been sending you the birds. The representation she showed me was some birds dive bombing you. So I don't know if you've had some birds like flying over your head and you're like, what are they doing? But that's your grandmother actually sending those birds. She wanted you to know that she is around you. She also wants you to know that she loves you. It's weird she's saying, I love you and I love them too. Like there has been something in your life with someone she knew that you had to kind of distance yourself. And she's saying, I'm not taking sides. I understand there's two sides to every story. I love you and you made the right decision. She wants you to know that you made the right decision. And she's saying, get out of your head. It does not matter what other people said. You did the right thing. All right. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate letting me read your grandmother, Claire. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone who is has just followed me, that are sharing my live and liking my live. All right. We are going to answer. I'm not saying we're doing psychic right now, but Alyssa just asked, and I want everyone to help because this is a very scary question, the one that she just asked me, and I know that whenever I was first diagnosed with cancer, I had questions that I wanted answers to. And it's very hard when you're in the thick of it to get answers for yourself. Okay, so Alyssa wants to know, do I have cancer? So Alyssa wants to know, does she have cancer? And then if it's no, don't answer the next one. But if it's yes, she wants to know, will it be aggressive? Alyssa wants to know, does she have cancer and will it be aggressive? Sissy is saying no. Sarah is saying yes, no. Everyone else is saying no, she doesn't have cancer.
I don't agree either. No.
One person said that you did have cancer and it would not be aggressive. Everyone else is saying no, you do not have cancer. I feel the same as that person just did. That it's going to come back positive, but it's going to be inconsequential to you. Kind of like that other person said, that yes, you have cancer, but no, it's not going to be aggressive. Everyone else is saying no. So it's just me and one other person saying that you have it, but it's not going to be aggressive. Everyone else is saying no, that you don't have it. So your job, when you figure out the answer to that, oh no, someone else said yes. So 3 people said yes, but not aggressive. So Miss Alyssa, when you find out the answer, you have to come back on my live and tell me or email me or something. But if you email me, I will put it out as I TikTok to answer everyone's questions. So that would be kind of fun. So email me when you find out, Miss Alyssa. I know, here we are. You're in a very traumatic area. And I'm like, oh yeah, but let us know so we can, inquiring minds and all. But I will tell you that during my cancer journey, which I'm still on, is that it's so important to have fun. It's so important to have fun. And people would talk to me and they would ask me questions and they'd be like, I'm so sorry, I haven't even asked how you are. Let's talk about your cancer. I'm like, no, let's not. I'm just so sick of talking about my cancer. Let's talk about something else. Like when you're first diagnosed, that's all you want to talk about. You just have to process it. You want all the information. Then later you're like, I'm so sick of talking about this. All right. Oh, okay. So Sissy has a question here. Does my daughter need to have a test run for stomach issues? Or is it female related? So Sissy wants to know for her daughter, is it stomach or is it female related? Which one is it? Sissy's daughter's having health issues. Is it stomach or female? What are you feeling, Dee?
Female.
Are you? Someone else
Real
just said female.
Real prominent.
I'm feeling stomach. Everyone else is feeling female. Oh, one other person sided with me. I'm feeling stomach. A couple of other people are feeling stomach. And everyone else is, oh, you know what? Now a lot of people are saying stomach. So I think what happened here is a couple of people said female, and then everyone started questioning themselves like, am I wrong? Am I wrong? When I was like, no, I'm feeling stomach. Then everyone else is like, yeah, I was feeling it too. I just didn't want to say anything because no one else was saying it. That happens sometimes. Even when you're taking classes or learning mediumship, sometimes you're like, am I wrong? I was teaching a class the other day. It was advanced mediumship. And just so we were all in a group and we were tapping into an object, and it's called psychometry. And I was having everyone give what they got. And this one gentleman had gotten something completely different. And he was one of the last ones I let speak, or I confirmed, because everyone told me what they got. And then I went through and confirmed and told everyone, what they got right. And I confirmed what this guy had gotten. He's like, oh my goodness, thank goodness, because he thought he was wrong, because what he had said was completely different than everyone else. But he was absolutely spot on. So make sure you're standing in your truth, and not only when it comes in your daily interactions, but when you're reading energy and when you're, getting different drop-ins, make sure you're standing in your truth. Okay. Danny said I think we need more information. Let's see. Can Danny go live? Danny, I'm about to ask you to go live. This is a perfect question to answer right here out in front of everyone. I just asked her to go live. I don't know if she can or not. Oh, wait a minute. I hear you, but I don't see you on my screen. Where are you, Danny? Are you here?
It's just in again. I dropped my phone.
Oh, she is. Can't turn. Okay. So Danny, it shows that Danny is live. What did she say? That she...
I dropped her phone. Send it again.
Okay, let me send it again. Don't drop me this time, Danny. No. I'm teasing you. Hi, Danny. How are you?
Good.
All right. Where are you located, Miss Danny?
Alabama.
Bama. All right. What does your husband currently do?
He just become the environmental specialist at a box factory in July. But previously he was a machine operator, shift leader for several years.
Okay. So what I'm getting is that, because the second you said your husband wants to do something different, and this is the reason I said this is a perfect one to answer like one-on-one, because I wasn't getting that he was in the wrong job, but I was feeling that he was completely overwhelmed.
Yeah.
But he's actually in the right spot. So now I follow the energy of, okay, I'm feeling he's in the right spot, but he's feeling completely overwhelmed. How can we fix this? I'm feeling that he needs to, like they're showing me he's on a surfboard and he's trying to ride this new job he has, and he keeps falling and he picks himself back up. But each time he picks himself back up, he learns something new. So he was just put in a position that he really did not, I wouldn't say he wasn't qualified for. His brain had not switched to that position yet. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, to me it does. To him, he just feels like he's always behind, but it's an office rather than being on the floor, hands-on working on machines.
Yes. And he is not behind. I'm hearing that this is actually a perfect job for him. He just has not, for one thing, and this is what Spirit has given me, he doesn't like the bullshit politics, which you're always going to deal with politics in an office. And the reason this job is also good for him is because they're showing me an office and they're showing me people on the floor, and your husband is in between, and he knows what both is like. So he's actually in the perfect position to, I'm seeing, trim some fat. There's some things that this company has been spending money on that is unnecessary, and your husband has a prime opportunity to affect change.
Yeah, that's what his job is, to go around and find ways for them to save money, whether it be like ordering stuff from other places. So that's mainly what he does, is try to cut costs and also take care of the environmental waste and hazards in the workplace.
And so the fact that Spirit gave me exactly what his job was tells me he's in the exact job that he's supposed to be in.
Okay.
I'm hearing that he needs to, Spirit is doing this, like he needs to give it time. He really does a good job. He's in the perfect position. There is a mental jump going from having a job where you're done and you close the door on it and that's it, to having a job where it's never ending.
Yeah, I've told him to give it time because it's just, I think it's just he's been doing it so long, hands on, working on machines and people,
Yes.
and then going to like a desk job, environmental, and a whole different job.
It is, but it is the perfect job for him. And I'm hearing, so then, okay, so I can hear like you're frustrated because you know he's in the right job, but he's not listening, right? And so then I was like, okay, how long will this last? How long will it be before he's feeling more settled in this job? And I'm hearing it's going to be about 6 months.
Yeah.
So I know that he would like me to say, oh yeah, 6 weeks, but I'm hearing a solid 6 months before. But this live will be on my YouTube channel, and within 5 days, if you want to fast forward and have him hear me saying this, he's in the right job. He's doing the right things. It's just him getting used to the different. It's a whole different ballgame. I know the feeling because I remember when I transitioned from having a job where I just closed the door on to having a job that is constantly on my mind, constantly being pulled at. And it's definitely it's a mental switch, but he's doing the right thing.
Yeah, he's not very patient. So I think he's never had to do this in a job where felt overwhelmed. It's just a big change. So I'm just keep telling him, like, give it time.
Yes.
So hopefully he listens.
Give it time, give it 6 months. And then also, I've noticed that when people, men, especially women, also actually, it's what dropped in, both of us, men and women, when we get stressed, our first thing is to let go of what de-stresses us, which is the most ridiculous thing ever, but it's what we do, right? So what is it that de-stresses him that he's kind of let go? Is it fishing? Is it golf? There's something that he can do outside of work that he has let stress take away from him. Do you know what that is?
I don't know. It's mainly he's always worked and just come home and slept and worked. And it's mainly because he was on night shift for 16 years.
Oh,
and he just got on day shift July when he got this position.
So now we have all kinds of things hitting him wrong, right?
So yeah.
We have that he's on a completely different schedule. He's a night owl. He's used to working night shift and sleeping during the day. So he was so now, oh my goodness, everything in this man's life has changed. No wonder he's feeling off kilter.
Yeah.
Find him a hobby.
Oh yeah. He's been fishing lately with our son since he's home in the afternoons with him.
Okay,
and he's talked about going and playing golf with some of the guys at work. So hopefully.
It's not funny because that's the two things I mentioned. Does he fish? Does he golf? Those are the two.
Yeah, we live on the lake, so he fishes.
Yeah, very good. All right. Thank you, Miss Danny.
All right, thank you. I'll show him the video when it comes up.
All right. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye. All right. So that was fun. I'm not even going to ask people this. Someone, Simply Peach, said, do I need a colonoscopy done? I'm going to say yes. I always say yes. Check things out. If something is off, check it out. Check it out. All right. I want to thank everyone for joining me today. I need to go run and have something to eat before I run into another mentorship. Today's a mentorship day, so I'm like training people all day, which I love doing. That was one thing I've taught college level for 20 years and then just taught other things even before that. And so I missed teaching when I rolled into mediumship, so now I get to do both, which I absolutely love, but I need to go grab something to eat before I roll into my next appointment. I want to thank everyone for joining me today. Please remember that I have, if you want to see me break down some readings, a free event coming up Monday, April 22nd at 4 p.m. You have to go to my website, register, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium, under the event section, but there's always also a link in the bio. I will be live Thursday morning for a subscription only live, and then usually I pop on a few times, other times throughout the week, but that's my next scheduled one. All right, thank everyone. Y'all have a great day.